Arthur Curry? The Aquaman?
We agree. 10 out of 10, he said. I don't know if you
Dude.
can see that message.
Nah, I'm not on yet. Let me get on the stream. Dude, that was that was something. By something I mean that's great. Bro. Let's see. So hold up, live. Oh, okay, we're live now. Sick. Dude, that was 100% 10 out of 10. I couldn't agree more. Dude, what?
So it picked up literally where it left off.
Yeah.
Immediately. I mean, I would like to see like the very end because he was literally running. It seemed like in the same exact spot. So.
Yeah. But I feel like I have a lot of questions. But the media question you had, was who in the world pruned Loki?
Yeah, that's got to be the big thing to me is because he was face to face with Sylvie.
Yeah.
And then he gets pruned in the back. Someone clutches up.
Yeah, I wonder who it was. Like, but he keeps on hopping back and forth between past and future and present, and so like I feel like I'm so lost. Yeah. But that was an experience.
Was that? I mean, am I tripping about that?
What?
That he was looking at Sylvie and he got pruned in the back, right?
No, I think that's kind of what they want you to think. There's no way he like stood like she's opening the door, but she had both hands like this. So there's no way she was like she got the jump on him by pruning him. But I mean, I guess I could see it in a way that could be of use to her if he is pruned and like stuck in one timeline maybe.
Yeah.
So I mean, what do you think the story is right now with them, like just with everything? What do you think the story is?
So I guess the main thing they're saying everybody's looking for Sylvie.
Yeah.
The whole TVA.
Supposedly.
Yeah, that was another big thing. They're like,
yeah.
B-15 was like, are they really sending all these people to find Sylvie?
And somebody said, I don't buy it. So
I don't buy it, dude. I mean, I kind of buy it. I mean, she's been evading him for, the beginning of last season and more. So
yeah.
But I don't really buy it either. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see.
Dude, Philip. Bro, it's been a while, man. What's up, Philip?
Philip! What's up, dude?
Indubitably. Brothers in Christ and brothers in Zaxby's, for sure. we share two brotherhoods together. But yeah, so sadly you don't watch Marvel because you I mean, not recently, but this you definitely missed out because Loki was cooking, bro. It Loki was cooking, but it also like Loki just was insane in general. I mean, like thoughts about the episode in like as a whole. Where are you at right now? You peaked? Like, is your interest peaked or what?
Dude, my interest is peaked.
Yeah,
definitely. I mean, I feel like a lot of times.
Yes, chicken is the connect. I'll have to get into it.
Yeah, man.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah, I feel like most series, and we say this, like, they don't start off as hot as this one did.
Dude, yeah.
They got a world build, which that's a good thing that this, was season 2, so it already had some of the world building done. So it
jumped straight into it. They wasted absolutely no time to jump straight into the story.
Which they need because it's 6 episodes, kind of sad, but
Yeah, so I mean, I guess we can just kind of start at the beginning and where we can work our way through there. Bro, it's on another level. It reminds me of 2001, Doctor Strange Love, I'm So Surprised. So, 2001, like a Space Odyssey, maybe? Is that what he's referencing, or am I missing that? So I guess, like, what do you mean by 2001?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he said yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, that was kind of, I guess, the original, or people say it was one of the original sci-fi movies. I mean, obviously Star Wars was before and stuff, but the modern day, I guess.
Yeah.
So I definitely see that. I mean, it's got so many unique things about it. I feel like it's changing the game.
Yeah, Arthur, what was your favorite part about the episode? I guess if we're gonna ask a question,
that makes me think about what my favorite part is. I would have to think.
Yeah, it makes me think about what my favorite part is.
There was one point when they were doing the time travel stuff where I was like, "And Arthur, we got the Loki poster back up."
Yeah, heck yeah, it's back. It's back. the permanent fixture of the studio is now back. So I guess it really wasn't permanent there for a minute, but yeah. So what were you talking about?
There was one point when we were watching it, and I said something like during the time travel, and it dawned on me. What part was that? There's so much that went on. I'm trying to recall.
Whenever he was in the future.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he had been flip flopping back and forth between the past and the future, and so, or no, the past and then the present. So, like, my question was, he goes back to the past, and so we get to see the past TVA, the conversation happening at different times. Dude, that was sick.
Oh, that's probably my favorite.
That
part
was
too.
One of the coolest things where like Loki's influencing past OB and like
and
Mobius catches on though. That was the cool part.
Yeah, Mobius is the one who actually said to OB is like, "Are you sure Loki's not the one telling you these things?" And he's like, "Oh, that makes sense."
Yeah, I see no flaw in your logic. But I think the part that was confusing to me is, or not confusing, but the part I thought was cool was how, like, when did Kang rebrand the TVA? Because if Loki was in the past, right? Because that's what was happening, right?
Yeah.
Whenever he came back from He Who Remains, like that whole time citadel thing, he came back to the past, and there were a bunch of statues of Kang. He listens to that recording of Renslayer and Kang, which by the way confirms that they are, I guess, like a kind of a thing, in a way. Yeah. But anyway, that's kind of a side note. So when did Kang like wipe everybody's mind and rebrand?
Yeah, Loki, I guess, mentioned or like hinted at they've wiped their memories multiple times.
Yeah.
My kind of theory is that
because we thought he had jumped into the future. Like, remember when the series ended, we thought, okay, now he's in like some like alternate TVA, but no, in the reality he was in the past.
Yeah, because I feel like all theories were going that way, and it was the exact opposite.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is cool because it already threw a curveball. It's within the first second.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he literally was in the past this whole time. We were thinking, this is what happened if He Who Remains died. But it's actually before.
So that was the part that confused me because I was like, he's in the past. Then you see him jump back to the future and he prunes the wall that reveals the Kang behind everything, I guess. And so I was just thinking, I was like, when did Kang rebrand? Like, well, like, did it originally start out as something with Kang the Conqueror, and then like He Who Remains like mellowed out, I guess, in a way, and realized that it was better that he never become like that again.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's the kind of the way I'm thinking. But
so, I feel like OB may have never had his memory wiped.
Yeah.
Which I feel like maybe could come up crucial in later episodes because he was remembering things that Mobius couldn't.
Yeah.
Or Mobius just
that was the point that you made.
Yeah, so I feel like that may come up clutch. I feel like that was a little bit of foreshadowing, so maybe, he can shed some light on what you're talking about, like when everything happened.
Yeah, and then, I mean, so that's kind of like my biggest question right now is when did everything rebrand? And I know that's probably like a kind of a pointless question, but I just want to know. But the question, the thing that you pointed out, aside from what you just said, was that you noticed immediately when Loki gets ripped from time and drops the pruning stick that he gets ripped into the future instead of the past. So what do you think was happening there? Like, do you feel like somebody's pulling him through time maybe? Or, like, they call it time slippage, but do you feel like maybe Kang is behind, like, there's a Kang behind it all trying to get him to, like, piece the story together as we go?
Yeah, because OB was like, this has never happened in the TVA.
Yeah.
So who's the only person that can control the TVA?
Yeah. And
Kang. So maybe he's the one doing it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only thing, like, if Kang controls the TVA, we can't assume that he doesn't control the TVA just because he's dead. Like, there's got to be some version of Kang controlling the TVA right now. Like, is that correct? Or, like...
Well, I feel like at this point, at least at the present time, it happened so quick that... maybe nobody has stepped in yet. And that's what we saw, the branch timelines, getting into the red. And like tons of them. So, I don't know, man. We know in the trailers they go back and visit past Kangs, maybe. Yeah. To see, maybe we'll see kind of like the original He Who Remains coming to power, which would be sick.
Dude, that would be dope.
There's so many things they could do. And I feel like after this, I feel like they're just going to nail all of it, so... Yeah,
Arthur said the episode made me care more about Kang than Quantumania. He could be a great villain if he was written that way. Dude, I know.
So true. This one episode.
Yeah, this one episode made me so much more interested in Kang than any of Quantumania. And that's not to say that, like, I think the Quantumania promotional material did a great job of, like, portraying the good part of Kang. But I think execution-wise, it was very poor.
Dude, yeah, I agree with you too, Arthur. And Kang wasn't even technically in the episode.
Yeah.
And I already cared like a ton about like his past, what's going on with different
like,
Kangs, like
where he came from. Like, I do feel like there's. I don't know if Arthur, you can kind of like maybe comment on this, but do you feel like there's any merit to what I said about maybe somebody ripping him through time instead of like him just slipping?
Yeah, because it's weird. I mean, I think it could be.
Yeah, it almost seems like he can. It seemed like he could control it in a way, but he can't. So like,
it's weird. It makes me think that more because
wait, he said his shadow's in the episode. Whose shadow are you talking about?
Whoa.
Yeah, who are you talking about?
Whoa,
dude? What if his shadow is in the episode? Dude, okay, so I think I was just so intrigued with everything that was going on that I probably just missed everything. So, if that makes any sense. His shadow's in the episode, not literally.
We're not lagging.
Oh, I get you. Okay, yeah, you were being dude, metaphorical.
That like made me a little scared for a second. I was like,
yeah, I know. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, did I just miss something? But yeah, not literally. So just metaphorically, like King Shadow. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, his fingerprints are still all over it.
Yeah, exactly. He's still orchestrating pretty much everything. It seems like, which it's so I feel like the past has to play a pretty big role here. You know what I'm saying? If he's going back to the past, and then he's ripping back to the present, and then he rips to the future at the very end. Conveniently, like why does he get ripped to the future at the very end? And how far in the future is it?
It could be Sylvie. Didn't she take the TemPad? I'm trying to remember.
But then Sylvie's walking through the door.
Yeah.
So what do you mean?
She brought Loki to him. I mean to her.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, and then but then we never figured out who's on the telephone either, though.
Ooh.
Oh man, dude, yeah, I felt like it turned into a horror movie there for a second.
It did, wasn't it? In the hallway with the lights and the telephone, the door.
Yeah, like the lights are flickering, and then the random telephone. Oh my goodness, dude, I was like so nervous. I was like, where's the Miss Minutes jump scare? I know it's gonna happen.
I was kind of low-key thinking it was gonna be Miss Minutes.
Dude,
too.
That's another thing though, Miss Minutes.
We didn't see her.
Yeah, gone completely. What do you think that is?
Maybe she's pulling some strings behind closed doors at this point.
Yeah,
it's hard to say. I mean, she's up to something. I mean, we see Miss Toast in promotional material, so
yeah. But I think it's interesting because Miss Minutes is the only one. Hold up. Sylvie at the end saying that she wants everything is so poetic because she finally can experience everything. Yeah, that is true.
She's been on the run her whole life.
Yeah, and now she literally has everything that she could ever want. With the TemPad and having killed He Who Remains. So that's a great point. That is very poetic. But so back to Miss Minutes though. We don't see her at all, but she's the only one that was with King in his, abode.
Yeah, and I think at the very beginning Mobius tries to contact her, right? Mm-hmm. And then he tries to again, and Loki's like, "Well, hold up."
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, we definitely see her because we see her in the trailers, but she's up to something.
Yeah.
And she's the one that provided that jump scare in last season. So
yeah.
That's why I was kind of thinking it was going to be her again, like scaring the crap out of me with the door, the telephone or something.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so some good things did happen, though. Loki, we didn't think we didn't think that he was gonna be able to make it back.
Or Mobius.
Yeah,
dude.
or Mobius
looked like he was cooked.
Yeah, it looked scary there for a second with the mob. I'm not gonna lie, I was worried about Mobius. But both directors came from horror. They directed episodes of Moon Knight. Okay.
Yeah, I think I heard about that somewhere before Arthur. Yeah, but it makes sense because they pulled off the horror aspect in this one.
Oh yeah, for sure. It definitely had some very I would say like more of a thriller type vibe, like keeps you on your edge of your seat type thing. But So Mobius and Loki both get out, and you called it that. Like whenever he gets ripped from the
like,
time stream, he's like, "You're just gonna crash into him, and they're both gonna make it." Yeah,
that was awesome, dude. I mean, everything about this, it's just so well. And something we haven't talked about is like the way they frame the shots.
yeah. I was thinking that too. Like it was a very weird way to film some things.
Yeah, like I remember one time it like panned into the floor and we saw the reflection of a mural or something.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think the most interesting example is when they're talking to OB or Ouroboros or whatever. Whenever like they're talking to him, it has both of them in frame, and then it cuts to him in a single frame, and it's like that shot just felt weird. It was a very wide shot, and I just feel like you don't see that much anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure what to make of all this. The handheld camera was very expressive. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, that's true.
But
it's a cool technique.
Yeah, it did feel like they had some weird, some interesting techniques. Not that I minded it. I thought it was really
awesome.
good.
That's what makes Loki unique. I mean, we said that all throughout the promo materials. Like, everything is different from each other and anything else. I mean, they just keep finding new ways to do stuff, and it's awesome.
Yeah, it feels very like, and that was another thing that we were saying during the promotional materials, that it feels somewhat disconnected from the Marvel Universe right now, which I feel like is probably a good thing, because you don't have to worry about trying to keep up with everything that's going on Earth right now. So you have the room to make your own story, and I feel like that's probably why this has been so successful. And yes, that makes unique for sure. So and there are a lot of things that make the show unique. I feel like the cast right now is also very studded, dude. Can we just take a second to appreciate Mobius, dude? Owen Wilson as Mobius has got to be one of my favorite characters in Marvel right now.
Oh, he's got to be. Me too. I mean, this is the most I've laughed during a single episode in a while of anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just hilarious.
The humor it wasn't like... Marvel humor has like a very distinct taste, and it felt like that distinct taste. Because I feel like we haven't tasted that in a while. Like Marvel humor's been so bad recently.
I mean, but like when he's just sitting there riding skin in the dust, and then when he's in that suit, he just bangs his head on it. Stuff like that. I mean, Owen Wilson is he's just hilarious, and he pulls it off. And I was laughing.
OMG, it was amazing too. Yeah, dude, everything with Owen Wilson was incredible. Like the fact that when they're in the elevator or whatever. And he's like, when they're talking in the lobby, and he's like, "Does it hurt when you like get hurt?" And Loki's like, "No, it's not really that bad." And then he's like, "No, I was lying. It looks terrible. It looks like you're being born and dying at the same time."
And then that other person's there.
Yeah, and he's like, "What do you think, dudes?" It was just, it feels like everything's creative. What about Obi Arthur?
Obi was a good, really good.
Oh yeah, okay. So you just mean Obi as like a character? Yeah, Obi was he was incredible, dude.
Yeah, he was awesome. I hope. I mean, I feel like he's going to be in most of the season or a lot of it. So I'm excited for that. The actor, we'll have to learn his name. I'm not too sure on his name. I heard it recently.
Hold on, I can look it up real quick.
But he was incredible, and yeah, I mean, we'll see more of his character, and I'm happy about it. So.
Loki season 2 cast. Let me see here. What's his name?
Obi was a great surprise. Yeah, I agree, Arthur.
So I guess let's just go to the direct.
And his character was so crucial to the episode. I mean, they couldn't have done it without him. And like you said, your favorite part with Obi was awesome too, which is probably my favorite part.
I'm probably gonna butcher this, but K Hwai Kwan. Sorry. I probably butchered that. He is from Goonies.
Okay.
Everything everywhere all at once.
That's where I know him from. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he was great in this episode, and I really enjoyed having him as a part of, he feels kind of like he's going to be, like you said earlier, a guide to Loki and Mobius at this point. So, and we've got 5 episodes remaining, and I felt like it just got, somebody opened a water hose, and I was just like taking it all in, dude.
Yeah.
So do you think it slows down, or do you think it only speeds up?
I don't think it'll slow down. We only got 6 episodes, and it didn't last season.
Yeah.
So I feel like, but the thing is, the pace is not. It's like fast, but it's not overwhelming, and it's not to a point where it's like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, there's a lot happening, but I feel they also have room to kind of make it speed up a little bit. Like you said at the beginning, that this is season 2 and not season 1 anymore, and so they kind of have the foundation laid to where they can really build on that now, which I'm really excited to see, because this is this is gonna be. We were just coming off of our Ahsoka, so if you watched Ahsoka, our Ahsoka live streams, we were just talking about how we don't think a show, or we're concerned, not concerned, but we're not sure that a show could beat that show right now for us, in terms of how good it is. But after this first episode, I'm already there.
Yeah.
I'm already there.
I mean, it was so like nostalgic in a way too, even though it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
For us, because that's what we started the channel on, because we love season 1 so much. I mean, even like the intro music and the outro and everything, it brought me back, man.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt about it, dude. So yeah, this is what we built everything on. So, it's been a lot of fun, and this episode was definitely, it was perfect. It was great. Dude.
It was perfect. Dude.
Yeah, a straight 10 out of 10, as we were saying earlier. And I'm trying to think if we can talk about anything else that I'm just not, like, I just can't think of at the time, or like right now, because I feel like so much happened. Like I said, I was being fed with a water hose, so yeah. It's kind of hard to distinguish everything that was going on. But
I wonder if we'll ever see who pruned Loki. Maybe they'll do like a flashback to it at the beginning of next episode, and we'll see it was B-15.
Yeah.
I think she's the most likely candidate right now, but it could be anybody.
But why though? Like, why would B-15 do that? She had no idea what was gonna. I guess she might.
Was she in the room when they were?
No, she walked down there with them, right?
And then she left towards the end. So
okay,
there's not that many people who knew about it, so. I don't know. I hope we see what happened, and I feel like it was deliberate, that shot. So I feel like they'll.
Yeah, it was a very tight frame, and we just see Loki's body disintegrate, but nothing behind it. I was kind of worried there for a second. Like, I remember last season, that was I think it was episode 4, whenever they finally discover the timekeepers and he gets pruned, and it left on that cliffhanger whenever they go to the void or whatever. I was like, I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. But that's part of what makes this show so good, is it's able to properly use cliffhangers to the point where you feel satisfied about the episode, but also very drawn to come back.
Yeah, so, get ready for a lot more cliffhangers. They got some more in store for us.
Yeah, I mean, and we'll be streaming every week for sure. It's definitely we've had a lot of fun with streaming recently, so it's going to be fun to continue to do this. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else we could talk about. I just feel like I walked in here and I'm just overwhelmed.
I mean, yeah, we literally just finished watching it, so it's definitely a raw reaction.
Yeah, Arthur, you got anything specific that you would like to point out, mention, ask? I guess. I mean, you probably know more than we do, so we're just kind of here. If you're still here, by the way, I don't know if you are. So yeah, I just feel like so much went on.
Yeah, it did. It's a 10 out of 10 in my book, as Arthur said when we opened the video, and I can't wait for next episode, man. Dude, I can't wait. I mean,
yeah, I'm ready for it to be here. Can it be next Tuesday, dude, or next Thursday? I'm sorry, I'm used to Ahsoka, dude. Can it be next Thursday? Where do you think this goes down on your list? Like, if you had to predict what your list of shows at the end of the year will look like, where do you think this is?
1 or 2.
1 or 2?
I think it's this and Ahsoka, man. I mean, I love The Last of Us. That show made me cry with that one episode.
Yeah.
But this just has a special place in my heart.
Yeah, I mean, it's what we grew up with. You know, both like Loki and Ahsoka were both like characters that we grew up with. So they will definitely always have a special place in our hearts. So yeah. I'm just really excited to see where this show goes, especially after like season 1 episode 6 versus season 2 episode 1. Like that, the last episode, the finale last time was very slow, drawn out. Like it took its time, whereas this episode was like jump straight into it, and so it makes me very intrigued to see where it goes from here.
Yeah. And there's so many things, man. I mean, we have all those branch timelines too, so that that could be anything going on there. Mm-hmm. Maybe they'll jump into it something like they did last season and see what's going on in a couple of them.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of left off on a cliffhanger, but I mean, we know that Loki's safe. And Mobius.
I thought it was gonna end, and you said that before they made it back.
Yeah, I was like, I kept on checking my watch. I was like, when's 45 minutes? When's 45 minutes? Because I was just hoping that it wouldn't be that it wouldn't happen. So, or wouldn't leave on a cliffhanger. The only really cliffhanger that left on is when B-15 is walking through with that other guard, and she's like, all these people are leaving to go get Sylvia. I don't know if I buy that. So
in the phone, maybe. Which that may be just a red herring, but...
Oh, yeah. Remind me what happened last season to Renslayer. Did she get pruned?
I think she's just missing, right?
Renslayer. Because didn't we see that whole, like, past thing with her?
Yeah, as a teacher, was it?
Yeah. So, season 1, let's see. What happened to Ravonna Renslayer at the end of season 1? It's been too long, dude.
I think she's missing just at some point.
Let's see. Started... Okay. No, I don't care what happens to Ravonna Renslayer. Okay. Her loyalty to TVA in season 1. She's being used. Okay, so but she didn't know that.
No, her memory was wiped too, I think.
Yeah, in search of free will. Oh, she ends up leaving the TVA in search of free will. Yeah. So that is so weird that like that's kind of what I'm thinking about. Okay, so after Loki was pruned, he may be one in the multiverse now.
Ooh.
Loki Prime. Dude.
Dude, that's a good point because, I mean, OB said it never happened within the TVA, and then there's just a bunch going on with the thread falling apart, so...
He's on...
Oh, it usually ain't. Mine has been too, though.
Verizon kind of bugging right now. Bugging. Bro, what's going on? And now it just like fade to black.
I mean, it says it's recording.
Okay, well, I guess we don't have the live stream. Oh, there.
Oh.
It's refreshed on yours, so let me see if I can refresh it on here.
My phone is on fire.
Waiting for stream to begin? What? Oh, okay, hold up. We're back. Okay, sorry. Yeah, that was pretty interesting how that happened. Oh, yeah, I forgot what we were just talking about. Oh, no, I'm lagging again. At least on here. Okay. All right, we're good. Sorry.
Dagger, dude. Did the Verizon tower just, like,
dude, my phone's probably about to die. It's been...
All right, we might need to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah, sadly, we might have to wrap it up. Anyway, it's so good to have you guys with us. We're gonna be live streaming every week, so if you want, honestly, like literally, if you want to join us, just let us know. Like you could probably stream in with us at this point. It would be fun. But seriously, thank you guys for joining us, and we already know kind of how most of y'all felt about the episode, at least the people that were here. So we can tell our boy Arthur thought it was a 10 out of 10. We couldn't agree more.
Oh, yeah.
So in our summed up thoughts. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and we will definitely see you in the next stream. And technically the video doesn't end until he walks up and ends the stream. So I will just, I guess, riff-raff until he does. So
have a good night.
Yeah.